rocket like rocket fuel.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go. It's the plan. 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Hatch it.
On first down, Donnelly. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming. Chance. Back. Zip it.
Ward from the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff here to his running back, and 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
On the set. General West.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
80 weapons. Hey, team 6. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 14 yards into Chicago 1st down.
Ready to break. 51 to mine. 65.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown from 21 yards away, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On second down, Donnelly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards, first down Niners.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Shit. Watch the slant. Hey. 1-3. Check 24. Check 24. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 3rd down, Donnelly. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. On 4th down, Ward. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And now look at him go. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
57's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
On 2nd down now, Donnelly. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54. You must be dreaming. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. There's a party now.
To throw is Ward, operating from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Donnelly. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Here's Ward off the play fake. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
I got one. Heads here. Stay at home. Come on. 57. Mike, 57. All day, baby. All day. All right.
Now Ward on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They'll try the left side. Donnelly. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 41 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
Break. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Slam, slam, slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake. Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they got to go.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Ward now to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, check Mike.
Ward throwing on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Blood.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
On first down, Moore. And a dump off here to Robinson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's 3rd and 9.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
10. 58, boys, 58. 58, it's Mike. Here I come. Watch that. Kill.
To throw is Ward. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's get this.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. That's a 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now they try the right side here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, weak.
Now Jones. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
And to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I can't believe they let you play.
Christian, Travis. Check now. Alpha.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Chicago. 53 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hurry, hurry. Get it.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 40 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
All day, dog. Check 99. Check 99.
Hey, 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 hey. Move. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Slam. You go tight. You got tight.
On second down now, Donnelly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Donnelly. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. Second and 5. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Bring it. Check 52.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he's got some space here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
I got it. Check 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Donnelly, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
50 seconds, run. Watch the run, watch the run. Check. Switch. General West.
Now a handoff looking right. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Garrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Here's Ward operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a game.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ward. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Take me up. Here we go. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Ward on 1st down. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. 13 yards there and a Niner first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Ward now from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Come on. 57's Mike. Night, sweetheart. Big Dan. Go. Come.
Ward going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Ward, operating from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21.
57 to Mike. 57.
Here's Ward on 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And again this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame, there to get a hand in. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you go on the field, but okay, I see you.
Mike, 58, right there.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. Give him 30 yards there. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.